didn't work. Yeah, now that my aux is working. I didn't see that bar moving and I didn't pay attention to it. Because I'm stupid. Yeah. Sometimes it takes like 3 pushes of the button to turn the microphone back on. I don't know why. I guess the little switch isn't very good because it'll click, but it won't activate or reactivate or whatever. Either way, at least it's cooled off a little bit. Though I'm still not looking forward to go get groceries tomorrow.
Come see what's left of my wares. Put it to good use.
The oppressive warmth and doom. Oh, what were we doing? I don't know what it is, but more and more people have small dogs with shrill barks. I go up on a loop around where I live for a walk like every day. Like, you know, it takes like about an hour. And there's so many houses that just have those small dogs. Like anything that moves or makes a sound. And I feel bad for the neighbors. I've just been noticing, like, it's becoming more and more a thing. Probably because they're out, because it's spring. But my goodness, it actually makes my ears start to hurt after a while. Just pick an animal that's quieter. I don't know. I'm just griping as I'm contemplating what I'm going to be doing. Burwitch, malformed, and Burwitch again. Okay. Right. I didn't take care of that. There's more base armor. I don't think we do bleeding damage. Cunning is nice. Don't think we want Berserk. I'm pretty sure I already have a duplicate of it. So we don't need to be searching through inventory and doing stupid stuff. Come on. Outskirts. Oh. I remember. Whoa, whoa! You're even dying, are you alright? Pooping yourself or something? I recently started playing Valheim. It's very fun. Or at least interesting. Speak of Duncan last. We'll speak to Darian first. He has a spike club. I can't do this. I can't. This is all too much. That dog barking again. I miss real food. I'm not used to eating this. I think it's meat. I just eat a spider. It's definitely made of meat. I did talk to the neighbor next door, and they promised to mitigate it, and they have a few times. I don't know if you can hear it, but usually when that dog goes on its little tirade, I'll hear like, shut up, quiet, and they'll try and pull it back inside. Oh, look, they dropped the name of the game! His mustache looks like it goes all the way down to here because the color of his lips. But doesn't he kind of look like the peasant from Warcraft 3? I'm sorry. Where did it all go wrong? One minute I'm making a trade deal of my life. The next I'm stuck out in the middle of the woods, surviving on scraps. I'll survive. We've all suffered in the grim dawn. I don't think you understood the scope of the situation. I was gonna move to the estates. The estates! I'm sorry? Yeah. If you went up to the estates, buddy, I think you might have been dead. Because I don't... No, some people made it out of Burwitch. I think they talked about it in the prison.
Oh, hello, traveler.
Oh, I was gonna read everything. If you find yourself going about these parts, I was wondering if you'd help us locate someone. I'm a bit tied up with a forge here. That's a forge. Someone disappeared? Master Angram left our camp earlier today. He's intent on finding a group of survivors he considers worthy of our smithing talents. We don't really see eye to eye on the matter of who we should be helping. Angram wants to field an army, take the fight to the ethereals. I'd rather save as many as I can, whether they can fight or not. I want to help these people, but without my master's forging hammer, the sacred Melia Menhir, I won't be able to make anything worth it down. Blacksmith, could use you, Devil's Crossing. Well, if you get the Melia Menhir back, I will gladly join you in Devil's Crossing after I use it to help around here. Please seek out my master. Get that named hammer back. I saw him heading to the northeast. Couldn't have gotten far. What is the Melia Menhir? Menhir? Well, it is an ancient forging hammer passed down through generations of blacksmiths. It is now in the hands of my master, Angram. But I feel the time has come for it to be passed on to younger hands. What do you feel the hammer should go to you? My master is an expert blacksmith, don't get me wrong. The weapons he creates are the finest quality, but he's reluctant to experiment with arcane forging techniques. In that, I am his superior and he knows it. More importantly, though, I wish to help people while my master wishes only to prepare soldiers for the battle against the ethereals. It's a noble goal, but humanity will not thrive if just our soldiers survive. Well, you do know that soldiers are people too, right? You can go and fight a monster, then go, alright, now that the monsters are gone, I'm gonna go and farm. Or I can sit here, prepare food, or I don't know, knock some wood together to make a house, and then, oh no, there's a creature! Shing! You know, whip out a weapon. People don't have one facet. I guess I have to state this again. I will find Angrim. Angry. Ooh. Activate buff. Grumble! I believe Grumbles are basically goblins. They just have a different name. And they're probably bigger than regular goblins too. They're kind of meaty. Well, they're beast kin. What kind of beast are they kin to? Look at that. They're gross. Who's using the... Is that the wave heal from Blizzard? That's what they call it. There's a... It's like a witch doctor spell in Warcraft, more or less, that basically it'll heal someone, then bounce and heal another person. Or is it a shaman? No, it started off as a witch doctor power. I'm pretty sure. There's trolls and stuff use it. I'm not really up on very much in terms of Warcraft. I know bits and pieces. I played Warcraft 3. I played some of World of Warcraft. But I'm not smart enough to basically say for certain what's what. It just sounds like something that Blizzard did. Then again, we're basically getting back Charzy's hammer from Diablo 2. Are we gonna enchant an item and have it just have a chance to be poop on a stick? Who's missing? Ugh. Ow. Someone's pulling my skin. That's the bridge that we could have repaired and skipped a boss and all kinds of cool beams, including a shrine.
Is that doing
Ugh. Ugh. What's going on? He's running very slow today. Sometimes Gurdon just does this. It goes. I wonder if it's running in Unity. Ah, cultists! Stop worshiping Cthulhu Satan and making my game freeze. I don't like it. You know, it better not be one of those mysterious updates where I can't tell that it's updating until I open the platform and actually look for it.
Yes, it turns out that Epic Games is updating something, or we're updating your video drivers while your video card is currently in use, playing a game or whatever.
Never forget the one where it's like, oh, Windows is updated. We're gonna restart your computer in 30 seconds, or not 30 seconds. It's like 10 minutes, I want to say, or 20, or was it 15? It's a short amount of time. It's less than an hour. And then, so you could be wandering around or whatever, and if the pop-up fails to like go over the top of what you're doing, all of a sudden it goes, and you're staring at the, it hurts! Activate my healy-doo. Activate. Ow, ow, there we go. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes Windows just does that, where it goes, and will decide to restart your music. It doesn't do it often or as much anymore. Ow! I'm talking and you're mauling me. It hurts. Okay. I remember one time I was doing, we'll see here, writing something important. I was basically doing, and the little pop-up didn't appear, or something may have made it vanish the moment it popped up. So I get nearly done with my work or whatever, putting the finishing touches on the final paragraphs of the paper that you're writing. All of a sudden, restart. Now, you think, oh, but if you're using Microsoft Word, it should auto-save drafts and stuff every now and again. Usually it does. Sometimes, however, it doesn't. Or the draft that it remembers, well, it's blank. That made me so mad.
That's locked.
Damn it. You need a key for that. This is a monster infrequent. I think I went over this, but they change the way some things work. So, say you get like, there's somewhere in here that does a thing. Yeah. So this adds +2 to Shadow Strike. So if you have the Shadow Strike skill, it gives you +2 to that, if you have at least 1 point into it. This will add points to various abilities. Since it's a shaman's one, it adds another one, but usually adds 2. Let's see here. It's probably, yeah, savagery. So normally it has Summon Briarthorn and Ground Slam just inherent. And additionally, it makes summoning the Briarthorn cooldown quicker. And I don't know what total damage modified means. I don't know if it's in your favor or against your favor. It's probably in your favor, so maybe it does 35% more damage or takes 35% less. I don't know. But that's total damage, so it's all the damage in that specific category. So, quote-unquote, monster infrequents are kinda cool. And there's a lot of them. The Bloodsworn have infrequent armor, I think 1, maybe 2 sets. They have a scepter thingy, and then they have some other stuff, not including unique bosses, but the little rando dudes that you fight. When someone has a name, usually they have an infrequent that's associated with them. Someone just dropped something heavy. Sounded like, I don't know, a billiard ball hitting the ceiling above me. I know that's not what it was, but that's what it sounded like. Stupid mosquitoes! Goodness, no mosquitoes are this big. I mean, I guess they wouldn't be able to fly because physics. But then again, if they're that big, I think some rules have already went out the window. Just no giant bugs that want to suck my blood. Ugh, could you imagine? Oh god, it'd be like being stabbed with a giant needle. Ooh. No. I need to get you, Dr. Witch. Look at me hop and chop you with my sword. I'm like a hoplite. I think hoplites actually use spears. I can't remember. I believe a peltast used a is that Greek? I want to say it is, but I can't remember. I know that the Petassos is basically a Greek sun hat. Well, it could be Roman too, because I mix them up a lot. But they're completely different. But don't know. I mix things up all the time. We have 2 grocery stores where I live. One's called Safeway. The other one is called Swanson's, and I mix them up a lot. And there's a simple reason for that. I am stupid. Let's see here. My cock is still working. Good. Ah! Ow! I need to make my health bar bigger so something won't hit me so hard it'll bypass the regeneration. Ooh. Gimme, 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 gimme. I should have been looting while I was being attacked, but meh. What the hell are those? They look like vulture spike monsters. I think those were briar thorns. I wasn't paying attention to the little thing at the top of the screen. No, we're not gonna play with that right now. We will, but it's dangerous.
Move along now, stranger.
I didn't match his dialogue at all. Greetings, stranger. I hope you're out there fighting the good fight. I'm here for the many men. What are you doing out here? Same as you, I suppose. Seeking my purpose in our fight to save Cairn. The Black Legion is out there still. And they could surely use a blacksmith. The Black Legion? The Black Legion? Death's bannermen? Surely you've heard of the Imperium's elite. Were you living under a rock before the Grim Dawn? Why are you looking for them? I heard solid rumors that some of the Legion escaped the chaos that broke out in the capital. I intend to seek them out and aid them in the fight against the invaders. I'm here for the Maria Menhir. Menhir is a god. Or at least the constellation. I'll have to check it in a moment. What do you know about that? Duncan needs it to help the refugees. He was a talented boy, that one. The way he weaves magical properties into his craft astounds even me sometimes. I prefer a finely honed blade and a solid shield to that nonsense, though. Duncan was my finest apprentice. But he still needs to learn some priorities. These people he's trying to help can't even help themselves. Knowledge is a rare gift. Can't squander it on those that refuse to fight for Cairn. Now, you can fight him. You can side with Duncan, or you can side with Angrim. Also, he is Black Legion. Now, this choice does influence things slightly. And in the slightly sense, Angrim can produce items that give you a physical buff. I think the items that have random stats tend towards the magical for Duncan, and items that are random for him tend towards physical things like bleeding, internal trauma, and things like that. But usually, at least I don't use them to produce items because you always get a buttload anyway. And the other items that you'll have them making they seem a bit more set. I can't remember. Or I could be completely wrong, and the only difference between these two blacksmiths is one is side with the Black Legion, so you get Black Legion points or anti-Black Legion points. It doesn't really make them an enemy, it doesn't matter because it's such a small amount. And they basically have two blueprints. Duncan has a couple magical ones, he has a couple physical ones. I genuinely can't remember the difference between the two because it's so small. So, if you're like, oh no, I picked the wrong one, I didn't know what I meant. It's not that big a deal. I'm gonna side with Angrim. Devil's Crossing, eh? Certainly do seem like the capable sort. The rest of your group is anything like you, well, humanity might just stand a chance. Very well. I will be your armorer. Together we'll strike back against the invaders and retake Cairn for humanity. I'd take it at the time I was past done. Actually, I think I'll just be taking it. No. I'll see you in Devil's Crossing. That would make Duncan mad. Well, not mad, so much as disappointed, I assume. However, we're gonna activate this and potentially get our butts absolutely kicked. Ugh. East Miners. Oh, these guys, trolls. They're icky. Ah! Oh, it's you. Stop splashing me. Splashy, splashy. Slam! Oh, you're doing it too! You're the splashy one and the lightningy one. Slam me! Let me slam wham wazzle. Wait, that actually worked. Shush! Haha, look at me. Okay, this wasn't the one that was very dangerous. Oh, look, another Berserker's Oh, no, I do not know. I have no... Oh, wait, I think I remember. I have a process in which I level up my classes. Even levels go to this, odd levels go to that. And if I break it, well, it's not the end of the world, it just bugs me. Ugh. I won't lose my damn mind and go like, I don't know. Set a bomb off in my house made of my forehead. Look, I thought that was going to sound funnier than it actually did. It didn't sound funny at all, so... When I'm really, really mad, my forehead turns into a bomb. What? Boom! I like elemental resistance. It's a bit of attack speed. Our boots are outdated. Let's do that. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. Life-stealing gun? Yes, please. Ooh. Axe hand. Wow, actually, that's a pretty good one. Gives a bonus to pets and summon Blightfiend. That's a big, boogery, gooey corpse monster that you can have run around. It's gross, but also it's very strong. I'd like to add more physique, but I'd like to be able to hit harder, but I'd like to be able to live. Also, I don't know if it was an early thing or not, but I remember at some point, for a fair amount of time, Spirit and Cunning did not give you bonus health, as far as I could tell, or at least it wasn't listed like this. If you wanted health, you put points into your class, or you put points into physique. That was it. But now it seems like, here you go. So you're less, you're slightly less fubard if you put your points into Cunning. You're still gonna be fragile, but still. The question is, what do we want? And, oh God, why am I hungry? I think I need a bit more health. As much as I love damage, I'd say even level soldier, because at level 1 you don't get stats. Level 2 you do. So it starts off with that, and odd levels are OT. Ha ha! What's this? Resilience. It's at least a point. It's a 5-second duration. Maybe not. Undo. Could increase that though. What's this do? Shields work better. I will not be Captain American people with my shield. I could, but I don't wanna. Retaliation? That's what I was doing. Okay. Sorry, it's been a bit since I've played this, so you'll have to give me the benefit of the doubt, because, yeah. I'll have to re-figure out what my plans were. Typically what I do is when I look at a character like, I don't know what I was doing with you, I will literally just restart it and run through the beginning again. I've played this game a fair bit. I really like it. That doesn't mean I'm good at it. It just means I have fun playing with builds and whatnot. Oh crap! We need to see what Menhir is. I remember Oleron is down this way. No, that's the Unknown Soldier. This is Oleron. Menhir is... yeah. Obelisk of Menhir. Menhir, the god of earth. Steadfast protector. Cairn! Okay. So, the Malium Menhir is... because I think Malium is hammer. Malice is something negative, if I remember correctly. But, like, I think Malice is literally translates to, like, something that's not positive, like bad. Or is that Dis? I think Dis is, like, DYS or DIS? No. Ah, I can't remember. But I think Malium is basically hammer. And, and Menhir is the Earth God. So it's Hammer of the Earth God. Which would probably mean that that is a a very important thing. Like, historically significant and powerful. I believe I looked this up in Latin recently because I was watching a silly YouTube series. And I think Imperius Rictus, even though that sounds like it's a disease, I believe from Latin translates to literally general laughter. Which is very funny. Stop throwing goo at me. You! Stop throwing goo at me. No! Him! Get him! Get him! I'm the man at the top of the hill. I will push you all down. Tickles. Ah! Stop shooting me with acid bullets. Come here, you. You'd think they'd start to run away.
Oh God, this one-man army is killing us all. Why don't we just leave?
No, we must fight him until we all die. What the hell type of voice was that? Ooh, Drake's Evil Eye. Oh my goodness! If you do an Evil Eye build, that would make it silly powerful. The Evil Eye is, you chuck an eyeball and it goes splat and acid goes everywhere, right? It's not very damaging and you kind of go like with it and it's kind of stupid. But the little, I don't know what to call them, the little crystals down here, they change the way an ability functions significantly. And one of them gives it like, I think like a 10 or 5 second cooldown, maybe it's 8. And increases the damage by a wide margin. Also makes the area huge. So suddenly you're not lobbing like a firecracker, it's like a hand grenade. It just goes and clears out an entire room. And this would make it much more powerful. So I just go boom and everything's dead. Or splash. It's like welcome to Acid Splash Mountain. We're sorry, the water in Splash Mountain was replaced with sulfuric acid. We don't know why. No, hydrochloric acid. Yes. They're both bad. Yeah. What's wrong with me? What am I thinking of Splash Mountain? They replaced water with acid. Then horrible thoughts come to mind like snort cola. Why would you want your soft drink to taste like a mutant from the zone? It's not good. Then again, I believe there's a machine loaded with a soft drink in Killing Floor called Bio Cola. You can't actually get it. It's kind of like, you know, a joke reference, a tongue-in-cheek reference or whatever to something. I believe in Doom 3, there was a machine that was Robo-Cola, and it had like a robot that looked like it was from Lego. Why do I know drink machines from video games? Ugh. Well, actually, I don't know that many. I think it's only the 2. Wait. No. I think in Half-Life 2, there was a drink machine, and I think it was Breen water or something like that. And one of the important people in the game was named Wallace Breen. You're durable, aren't you? Quit flicking fire at me. You're supposed to be eating the fire, not, I don't know, burping it at me. I was going to make an aggressive comment. And, well, now it just sounds bad, so I'm going to have to say it. And it was, do you lick your mother with that mouth? And no, I don't mean that! It's even worse, because people are going to imagine horrible things, because they're disgusting. I just mean, give me a kiss. The face. You're like a dog. Now some people are disappointed. Like, oh no, it doesn't mean the horrible thing. Shame on you. Me, I am,
Come see what's
I'm alive.
left of my wares.
Beginning to realize that certain issues I may be experiencing are permanent. But it's super obnoxious. Ooh. Hello. I'd love a beating stick. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Please give me this, but I don't want it because it's good. But that extra health helps you with not dying, among other things.
See you around.
It'd be good if you're a Nightblade, because Nightblades get an ability where they become invulnerable, but unable to attack, and they also heal. I think it gives them damage reflection too. I'm not entirely sure. Follow this. They're going out there again. So they came from Burwich. Yeah, I had a home in Mudrow before the town fell to the Ethereals. It was terrible. Fire and dead everywhere around us. Watched my neighbors get torn to pieces by those things. Wasn't for captain. I swear. Or read it. Hello. Many strong people. My hammer will be put to good use. Thank you for bringing me here. Now we have access to dogs barking.
What brings you to my cage?
Let's see here. We have relics, and I have discovered a lot of them. We obviously won't be making them and abusing them right now. Theoretically, I could equip some of the lower level ones right now. Oh, shrapnel pistol. That sounds cool. Where is it? Ah! I think the leveled items that they make. So you could blow scrap and iron bits to try and roll a better weapon if you feel like you're in trouble or whatever. I think it's these that they get that have chances of X or Y, but these right here are all they're all blueprints that you find just by playing the game. Obviously, I don't have very many. No, really, I actually don't think I have that many. But none of this is really all that relevant. These, of course, are to a fair extent because they fill your artifact slot or relic slot. Level 18. I think that's the first one that you can equip. No, there's Equilibrium too. They generally give you some stat boosts and a skill. And, of course, these skills can complement your abilities in various ways. So even if you don't, like, have a skill that you can use, it'll be around. You'll find plenty. In fact, you might have too many buttons eventually if you're not careful. Then it causes problems. The one that you guys might be using the most, however, are accessories and consumables. Powered essence of what? Fair enough. Who's that? It's a tiny shield for your heart. Yay! Components are what you are going to be loving. And also regretting because they take Aether crystals like you wouldn't believe. Hate that. Because, well, it takes a while to get them. The ethereal crystals, in fact, if you're a high enough level above them, they won't drop crystals when you smash them. And you can make them into big shards for other things too. And skeleton keys are for things. We'll go into that later. I do need a better shield. Let's see if I can just make a shield. Funky. Shields. Enchanted shield. Boink. Ew. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Chance to block 80 damage. Ew. Do I 24% chance to die. Oh, hello. We don't have the bits. Oh no. I lose a lot of health regen. No wonder I've been carrying that thing around. Oh well. Wait. I didn't use all my. Oh, it's using scrap for my stash.
Get killed out there.
I forgot that.
Got something stashed.
Yes, yes, I do. I'm going to stash these. And then never ever use them. Yeah. You used to get components and pieces. So, you get like pieces of an emerald, you stick them together, and then it would make the whole one, and then it would get a random completion bonus. So, say it gives you bonus fire damage, it may have like, hey, you get 5 extra cunning or whatever. They kind of took that out because I think it made inventory too messy. So, you'd have like,
Well spent.
and like the partial of this that you're building up into that, and you'd have a partial of that. And it was just kind of messy. So I think they just made the whole versions and removed completion bonuses, which is fine. Means it takes less time to get artifacts, especially when they drop. And when you put them together, you get the whole one. I don't know. Well, I think when you put them together, you always got the whole one. I don't think you ever got pieces. But then again, I could be completely wrong. It's been a while. Anyway, yes, the blacksmith can make all kinds of cool things. I don't use them very much except for making accessories and relics. But that doesn't imply that it's a bad idea to use them. Hum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. I don't blame you for your decision. Agrim is a fine blacksmith. Finest around to be sure. I'll do what I can for these people with what I got. You have a mace. I thought he had a hammer. I was like, you have a hammer right there. And then I realized, you know, forging things with a mace would be stupid. I mean, a hammer's just a slab of metal, right? You could work with that, can't you? The hammer that you were talking about, that's not the only thing that's magic in this universe, right? What did it explode? Yeah, whatever. You shouldn't pack your walls with dynamite, by the way. It doesn't go brick, dynamite, brick. It goes brick, mortar, brick. And no, I don't mean mortar shells. This is how you blow yourself up. Like stupid people. How many people turn mortar shells into landmines? Or were there mortar shells that worked like landmines? Landmines. No healy do. Smash. I don't want to increase the resistances I got. It does do the Diablo thing where if you go up to the next difficulty after completing the game, your resistances are reduced by, like, say, 25%. Not the maximum, just what you currently have. So if you have 0, you go to negative 25, which is a problem. So it takes more to get up to the quote-unquote max. Which, at least for elemental damage, isn't that hard. Ow! I can't remember, but I think it increases the resistances of the enemies too, but it doesn't do it like huge. And by then you have more abilities that you can use to keep yourself alive. You won't just have, like, say, I have the ability that does one type of damage. Oh no. Like, oh, well, you're resisting this? Well, check this out. I have also a missile that I can throw into your face and then it explodes. Ow! Who is shooting me? Quit it! Get out of my way! You! Where are you? I am going to get your face. Come here! monster, man. Smashing's for you. Ah, web! It's disgusting. Ooh, what's that? Is that a cave of danger? No, it's not the cave of danger, thank goodness. Quit shooting needles at me. How many of those do you have in your butt? Hello. This is a cool one. You can actually wear 2 of them and get your Summon Briarthorn and raise skeletons way up there. Also, sometimes when you're hit, it will just summon a guardian to help you. Now, I wonder if it's... I think I went over this, actually. The thingy that it summons, it used to just summon a Rift Hound, and that Rift Hound had the roar ability that that they always did. So when it roared, it would restore your health by a percentage, just like it did for the enemies or whatever, which was really funny. Because it would just appear, and then you just get a bunch of health back. I can't remember what else it did. But that was amazing. Did you try and hit me with a tendril of blue energy? Oh no, it's a Fury! Ow! I hate these. Don't freeze. Oh god, ow, 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 ow! No. Ah, why are you so mean? Ew. No puking. Gotta be like, what, dirt and blood by now? Blech. So, the thingies that were red, they drain health. Also, they do a buttload of damage. I don't know if they do percent health damage, but Jiminy Cricket, do they hurt. Used to be that they had really high resistances to everything, and if they touched you, full health. They used to take forever to kill, too. Like, we're talking, you would just freaking pound them for 30 seconds. And, as far as I was able to, you really didn't want to fight them in melee, because they'd hit you, and they'd be back up to full health. They may have had a weakness, but most of the damage types I used against them was just like 5, and it's like, go away! I can't remember how fast they were. I don't know if they were like extra fast back then. There was actually something that was theoretically worse than them too. I don't have my slam. Block! I'm glad I increased my health. I don't know how much it's helping, but I'm pretty sure it's helping. Again, I'm worried, so I've been using health potions. I haven't been using adrenaline that much. But it's been helping, probably. Hello, stupid either. Oh no, Furies! You need to stop too, because you're cold. Ah! Who stunned me? Own up. Oh, fudge. Oh yeah! If you're going through the beginning section of the game, By now you may want some fire resistance if you are a melee character. Those guys, the big ones in armor that kind of breathe fire at you and run around like nutters, well, they go boom when they die, and it can hurt you. It doesn't seem like they do nearly as much damage as they used to. Before, if there was like 4 of them around you and they all went boom at once, you were dead. I mean, I guess you'd survive if you did a really strong build, like lots of health and stuff. And then you're probably not killing them all at once. But still, also we have a devotion point. Devotion, motion, ocean, turtle. Tortoise, excuse me. Health and defensive ability, yes please. I want that barrier. Barrier! Wait a minute. And another devotion point. No, I didn't. I have one available. There we go. Now it worked. More hit points. Over here now. Why does Burwich have such a big cemetery? It's like they didn't know that dead people could get up out of the ground. I bet now you're all regretting not putting cement in every single burial site. I know that wasn't very properly worded, but, you know, burying someone in cement. Not when they're alive! Freaks. Don't bury someone alive in cement. That's horrible. Maybe there are some people out there that deserve it, but still, it's not. That's to quote the guy from like Metalocalypse. Whoa, that's pretty brutal. And I just realized that people probably don't know what Metalocalypse is. There's a place at the map that hasn't been explored, and I want to explore it. Ah! Bugs! What is with all these... Well, I was gonna say insects, but spiders aren't insects, they're arachnids. Why are all these exoskeletal things firing needles out of their abdomens at me? I think it's abdomen. I can just say butt, too. It works. Ugh. It's a weird comment. Have you ever been shot by a needle that flew out of something's ass? Yes, frequently. Part of this game is stinky lightning. I know I had that in Dungeon Lords. Which is like this deep yellow lightning. Didn't really look like lightning. It looked like wet. It's a very icky thing to say. Oh, look at you. You're electrified, huh? Man, dude, I know, I don't remember which of the song. I'm gonna say if it's electric, then it's majestic, but that's completely totally wrong. You quit that. Ah! Pick up the things. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ooh, look, a bag of flour. Oh, wait, that's corpse dust. Drums, drums, drums. Clouds of bugs. Oh, that's another Diablo reference. They had like clouds of gnats and stuff that you see in the nether. Then again, Diablo isn't the only top-down hack and slash game out there. I was gonna say RPG, but I don't know if it's really. I guess it probably is. Ah! Haha, I leveled up. I didn't like that. Oh, it adds damage absorption. I did not know that. That's awesome. One point here, because eventually we'll be able to use that, and that is really, really nice. Enhancing cadence. Probably enhancing that too. I need to get slammed back on my list of stuff. Well, I don't think I need to. The accessory does more than just gives you ability, giving you ability. We're in Mud Row. It was called Mud Row apparently before the good old Grim Dawn. One of them. Sounds icky. Like there are a bunch of rat men and, you know, quill things. Oh yeah. Those light-colored ratmen things, whatever. I don't know if they still do it, but they had an ability where they would go, and a red lightning bolt would hit you, do a bunch of damage, and it would heal them. I don't know if they still have it. There's a book about dementia? Wow! Look at his physique. Look at my mighty physique. I can blunt steel weapons with my chest hair. Then how do you shave it? I don't. Ew. Ah, blood spout. That's gross. Wait, you're a mosquito. Why are you attacking me if you can just summon blood? You can just drink it. Are you a bloodletter, as in you let people have blood? That's gross. It's messy, too. What was it? Wasn't there, an army of people that actually, ruined fields? Like, crops and stuff, like farming plots, by just pouring a bunch of blood over them. I think it was like the equivalent of salting a field? I can't remember. It could just be one of those stories that isn't true at all. Like, one of those old school war books. Old school is we're talking like when people were running around attacking people with swords, not guns and stuff. Because that happened. There were times where people just fought each other with pointy lengths of metal. And rocks and wood. Don't think just because it's a pointy stick that it can't hurt you. It can really hurt you. What am I interrupting? Is it a creepy cult of people? Ah! Why is it raining lightning? Oh. You can. Ow! Where's the other one? He's over there. Ugh. Move out of my way! That's where Blitz would be good, by the way. So you can just run at them and be like, and they're like, ah! You seek the storm, but you bring it to you. So how do you seek it? Quit making me fight slow. I'll bludgeon your face. I was gonna say I was gonna bludgeon his ass, but he's facing me, so that's hard. Allow me to inflict pain on you. I'm very strong. Smash, 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 smash. I will knock you down to size. By size, I mean dead. Shut up. Size dead is definitely a measurement. D-E-D. Acta est fabula. I'd be surprised if anyone gets that reference. Explorer's footpaths. Movement. Experience gain. All kinds of cool stuff. It's also part of a set. Bum bum bum. It is quite nice. We can wear it for a short time. Or for a long time. I don't know. Think I know what I'm doing? Oh boy, have you been misled. I could be an expert in the field that I am talking about and then completely and utterly make a horrible mistake. Because that is just who I am. Wait a minute! Never mind. I thought I could do something, but I couldn't. More of them? Okay, where's the ones with the stick thingies? Oh no! I don't like the carrion raptors, they scream at me. Like that, and it chases you. I don't know why the projectile chases you, but it does. I'm going to yell circles at you, and they're gonna follow you. Look at that! Why do they do that? Magic psychic nonsense? Actually, magic just explains it perfectly. Man, if I was a wizard that used magic missiles, I'd enchant them to fly up your butt. Ah! Because then you wouldn't want to fight me anymore. Look, you can make the ground stinky, but I'm still gonna win. Like this. Oh wow, that did more than just health damage. See, usually I have to run away from it, but I don't have to right now, so blah, 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 blah. Wah, 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 wah. I'm up here. Ah! Pustule monster. Ah, it's a fury, quit it! Why are there so many of them? I don't remember them being that many. Then, that was English. Hey, I got his frozen heart. I do not remember there being so many Furies around here. Then again, in earlier versions of the game, I do remember Furies popping up as early as when you have to purify the water. Oh no, they're gonna go boom! Still hurts a lot though. Ow! Hey, can I get another dose of Wolverine blood around here? I need to grow back my face even faster because I keep ripping it off. But at least that means my face will be stronger. Does that just mean you'll have really big face muscles? No. It's stronger as in like more durable. Eventually it'll be like steel, like Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom just wore a face mask. No, he had like steel flesh, I think. That was totally canon, wasn't it? happened in the movie? That's why he covered up his face, because it's like, it looked like there's steel and stuff on it. And that's why they could hit him so hard from behind. What's like the music do? It's a big one! It is a pirate one. These things look the way I expect hook horrors to look in D&D. But I think they're completely different. I think they're kind of tall and vulture-like. They don't have this hunched posture. And I think they have hooky limbs. Or maybe just big claws. Don't turn a field into a massacre. Oh, no! Where's that place? Ugh! I do remember it from World of Warcraft. Is that elsewhere? Whatever that's all like rotten and stuff, and that's where the undead are? Yes. Decay, spores, and all of those things that you don't want. You know when you're dead, mushrooms and spores will make you decay faster? Just saying. Oh, but they're magically reanimated. I don't care! They have, like, stuff growing on them. Ow! I mean, they could still be poisoned. That's for gameplay reasons. Ow. Why are you hitting me so hard? It hurts. Oh no, frozen! Who's doing that? Quit it! Oh, there's a bunch of them. I don't know if you can hear that, but they do that when they get stunned. They sound so angry. Get your fire circle off of me. Ow! I know you're just trying to warm me up, but still, it's not helping. Oh, you're obnoxious. You're the one that's freezing me! Quit it! Who else is doing that? Ah! Devil ammo. Can I get a devil trigger? Oh, that's terrible. I will do that, but I will not apologize. What's wrong with me? I feel vaguely hyper today. Probably because I've skipped breakfast.
Come see what's left of my wares.
What's left of your wares is money, and you'll give it to me because I'm selling things to you that I don't want. Understand me? Buy my items, man. Shaking your fist at a shop owner is a good thing to do. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do continued business by threatening someone. You want the guy who sells you the stuff that you use to live to like you. I shall take this. Ooh, I believe it says an armor rating. Yeah. Most likely to be hit in the chest. And good chest armor will help. Pantaloons. Loony pants. Wait a minute. Could your pants be crazy? I can't tell you. I can tell you've had your I can tell you've had your share of horrors. Tell me, what was the battle like? It was gruesome and bloody, just the way I like it. They were a horrifying sight. I ended it quickly. It was sad to see men twisted in such a way. I took them out of their misery. They're icky, so I killed them fast. Less guts in you than I reckoned. At least they're still inside you, not spilling out on some road, huh? Anyway, here's your iron. Yay, just what I want. Rusty money. They took my Annabelle from me. Make them pay it. Fine, I'll leave you to your thoughts. What do you have to say now? I guess some of them just refresh or whatever when they cells reloaded or something. it's possible that the event flag for whether or not you've read their dialogue is a bit weird.
I'll keep an eye on
Weird. But either way,
I'll give you a good
we're not gonna
price
use
when I've
this
got
or
left.
this or that, even though those are kind of cool. Frankly. Oh yeah. When you get slapped, sometimes you just get swirly and they freeze.
See you around.
Or you get really cold and you get hurt. There's a funny ability for the Nightblade. I think it's called Night's Chill. Initially, when you're close to someone, it just reduces their stats. It's kind of like you have an aura debuff. And eventually you can make it do small amounts of damage. So you can run by someone and they go, they start taking damage, and it's really funny. I don't know why. I just like the idea of running past someone and freezing them. You give them the cold shoulder. Oh no, that's not funny. Because you have to actually like batter around them and freeze them. Then it's the cool cold shoulder. You know, I'm just not very fond of that. Don't get me wrong. I think dogs are pretty alright. You know, I like dogs. I do not like yappy dogs. I just don't. And no, I don't think like you should like hit them or something. No. I just feel that you should start very early in a dog's development to train them not to react so aggressively all the time. It's difficult because every animal is different. Training them is a time investment, and of course, no one's a professional. Well, there are professionals, but most people aren't professionals. And yeah, still, when you get to hear all that all the time, I feel like it's inconsiderate. Maybe get a dog breed that does not have a shrill bark. There are plenty of small dogs. I'm sure there are some that don't have a shrill bark. You don't have to do something monstrous like cut their vocal cords so they can't make sound. That's a bit too far. Hey, come on. I know some people declaw their cats, which to an extent I can understand because no one wants to get the cat that, say it slips and falls, and catches you and go, "Ugh," and you get the huge cuts, because that sucks. Especially if you're older, because you have a harder time healing injuries and whatnot. And those could become infected on other things, especially if your cat goes outside a lot. Because cats will use their claws to like catch and eat things, and you know, they don't really clean those too much, or you know, sanitize them, and you could get an infection from that. And that would suck, especially if you're of an older age. Your immune system's and whatnot. I don't know. I'm just speaking nonsense.
Well, I'll be a living person.
Screw off. You know what? I'm busy. How about they make your spawn farther away from an NPC that you get to talk to? Well, I'll be a living person. I've been stranded out here since Burwich fell. Fortified myself on this little patch of island, cooking whatever critters get too close, while waiting for the inevitable end. You're a welcome sight for sore eyes. Burwich fell months ago. How have you survived this long? Well, I can cook for one. I used to work in the capital and had the honor of preparing meals for a couple noble houses and many foreign dignitaries. I'm not a fighter, but I've learned to hunt a bit when necessary. It gets me by. Scraps of bone rat aren't exactly fine dining. Most of all, I just keep quiet and observe. What about you? Where do you hail from? So,
Graham, you're kind of a weirdo. In case you haven't noticed, people had to run away from everything that's nasty and horrible. I don't think making a fine meal would protect you. This will help me to keep the creatures away and survive. No, somehow I don't find that believable. I think that you're probably some kind of tough dude. And since you haven't attacked me immediately, you're probably all right. We could use a cook, because sure, why not? This prison of yours sounds like heaven compared to my current dwelling. I bet I could do my share as well. Men fight better on full stomachs. No! You ever try and like do a run after you've had like a big meal? That sounds bad. How will we get all my equipment to Devil's Crossing? By portal! A portal? Only ever seen one of those before, and it wasn't spitting out the good guys. I hope you're not trying to pull one on me. There goes nothing. Whoop! Yeah, sure, just trust the weirdo that you ran into. The one-man army smashing things. Going booga booga booga. The bad guys. Where are those drums coming from? Those Grobbles follow me. It's floating in the air. Drums, drums, drums. Is that from Lord of the Rings? I think it is. They are here. Yeah. That was from Lord of the Rings. There's actually a Lord of the Rings game where you follow the or you follow after the group in the movie, you don't play as them. And it references things like that in the movie. I actually really want to play that. I think I only had it, or I only got to play it on an Xbox, and since I don't own an Xbox, I only got to play it for a short time. Whoa. Grim Dawn, what are you doing? You work about as well as my brain does some days. No, it works better. Pack leader. I think pack leaders are, they have a unique ability. There's two of them. So they have the normal hounds that look all icky and postural ridden, but the pack leaders can like basically vomit a cloud of aether fire at you, just bleh, bleh, and it's unpleasant. It's also gross. Shouldn't spit Tiberium at people. Ah! They knew that I'd want to open the thing. Give me that scrap. Ow! I ran into it. They know I'm dumb and that it will work. I don't need big brains to be a big smash. This bridge once connected Burwitch to the East Marsh. Trash has accumulated on its support beams, making repairs impossible. The debris should be cleared with some heavy explosives. Why? The old abandoned mines around Old Arkova are likely the best place to find those. Take one damage to clear the bridge. It's a river. Why don't you just pull it and toss it? I mean, that's not the way you normally environmentally friendly do it, but this is the Grim Dawn. I'm pretty sure the environment has more bad things happening to it, like evil Tiberium and Cthulhu demons and these. There also might be old gods and rending happening here. I'm not sure. I just realized I could probably insert stuff from Darkest Dungeon here. It would not go amiss. Ah! Hey, look, Burwitch Village. Why is it running? Oh, crap, people are talking. Oh, the chat room had to reload a couple times. I can't remember what the settings are actually at. Is it 2,500? The problem is I think I raised it higher and all it did was remain blurry. Let's see. I will check it really quickly actually. What is it streaming at? It's actually, its maximum bitrate is at 6,000. So it could be my internet doing something. It could be the compression. It could be the fact that this is a low profile. It could be that this stream is not important. I feel like people that are popular probably have better priority. I mean, it makes sense. Output. I will check very quickly though, because it records of that. Yeah, it's for recording, streaming. There it is. Yeah, it says its maximum bitrate is 6,000, but it is not running at that. Let's just try and raise it. Why not? Boop, 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 boop. Let's try 5 grand. We'll go with your 6. No, not 500. I did raise the resolution of it, and it seemed to solve some of the blurriness. Now it looks like my camera's really blurry. Ugh, and it's all slow. I don't know if the changes will be immediate. You don't need to rev your car that much. At least it's not like at 1 o'clock in the morning. So people don't understand that noise is noise, and people don't like noise. Me and these people haven't been listening to the radio full blast under my window at like 10 o'clock at night anymore, because that's nice. I should get like a helmet that just blocks out all the crap. The problem is, if it was like a sound deprivation helmet, I would have to wash it a lot. The long story short, helmets and padding and stuff like that, it can soak up sweat and perspiration even if you don't sweat very much. Like even if you're not actively sweating, moisture can still collect on things. So if you had like a helmet to make things quieter, it would get you after a while. They'd probably eat it. At least I feel like it would. I used to play, junior high football, and you had to be careful with the helmets there because the soft sort of plasticky stuff in there that would cover the pads, it would over time grow hard and then crack and then it become sharp. And with all the sweat and things in there from previous people and the fact that they probably weren't completely cleaned, you could get infections from that. So that's probably why I'm biased towards if you have a helmet thingy, you should probably clean it. Then I also play paintball, and paintball helmets get dirty a lot too, and you have to clean them a lot. I remember cleaning that lens so much, just because I didn't want it to fog up all the darn time. If you play with paintball and you take like 3 steps and go, fall. But anyway, yeah, let me know if the stream quality is better or whatever. I don't entirely know if it'll be hampered by my internet speed or not. Pretty sure we're using too much data. Because here we have data limits. And if you go over your data limit, I think it becomes $20 a gig or something, or $10 a gig. Long story short, if you use up your data, it can get really expensive really fast. Because they charge by the gig, and gigs can go kind of fast. Imagine if it's $10. I think it actually was like $10 a gig or something. This could be outdated, if it was true at some point. But imagine you're downloading a 20 gig game or something like that, and you didn't get a warning or anything. Oh look, that's $200 right there. I really hope it wasn't that. But I think you have to go. I think you have to go through terabytes first of data. So if you're just a single person on a plan, you probably won't overload it. A lot of people have told me that the data limit is senseless because it literally costs them nothing to transmit and receive, or it costs them pennies. Like the operation cost of giving people internet is very low. Sure, repairs and stuff might cost something, but that's handled by the government. I don't know. Either way, supposedly it's cheap, so if they charge you, it's mean. But all I have to go on is what this. I've never run over on my internet though, so I guess I'm not as strong as you need. Who's shooting me? I wonder if there are data limits in other countries. I know some control it on a site-by-site basis. Like, some of them have policies for certain sites and whatnot. Which some people are like, oh no, it's horrible, and I guess. Again, I'm not educated enough, so I can't really make a strong opinion one way or the other. I mean, I feel like restricting data is bad. You know what? I should probably stop talking about that, because that's just gonna set things on fire, and that's bad. I can download my games and play them. I am happy. The weather's actually pretty nice in the grim dawn today. And look at that. We got sunlight and lovely shadows and leaves from trees. And oh, I played a game recently. It was an early access game, but the leaves falling from the trees would actually come to rest on the ground, and when the wind picked up, they'd blow. And of course, to keep too much stuff from accumulating or whatever, that they would fade away, of course, but still, like, to see the wind pick up, they go whoosh, and see them along the ground and stuff was super cool. It was one of those details in games that was unnecessary. Sort of like making a poster actually legible. So I appreciated it much more based on that premise. It wasn't a marketing ad. It wasn't some kind of BS or whatever. No. It was just, look at this tiny, cool detail. It makes things look pretty. Yes, it does. Sort of like games that do excellent wet textures. Most games, when it rains or whatever, the ground will look a bit wet or something, or you'll see, like, rain pattering against the ground. But some games, they'll do wet textures, and you can see the water flowing down the walls and stuff. Your gun will look wet, or your weapon, and oh, so good. Valheim is an early access game, and it has wet textures, and they're awesome. I think Stalker does that too, and it's kind of an old game. It does wet textures, and they look great. It doesn't matter if a game looks photorealistic or not. Just as long as they have little nuances that make it look. Because you can have a stylized game. You can even have a low poly game that looks pretty. I saw Luigi's Mansion, and they had a lot of ideas there that wasn't required for the game. Stuff that actually pretty crazy for the DS to do. DS? No. It was probably the Switch. It had to be the Switch. DS is old. Hey, a very, very pretty 3D game on a super old system. Make my brain more listen to it. Not too long, huh? Just realized it didn't seem to have an equipment. Nether crown. That, I believe, is an item for arcanists. Maybe necromancers now? Let's see. That is a crap. It is an inquisitor arcanist. No, that's just inquisitor. No. Iskandra's elemental exchange is arcanist. Excuse me. Also has some pretty good armor. There's something I should be doing next to these totems. That is making a portal for if they kick my butt. 'Cause let's face it, they can do that. We might seem still wrong. Oh no! No. Ow! Ow! I need to, first of all, get my health back. Get my health back! And smash these things, because they do a buttload of damage and stun me. Ow! He threw a rock at me! Quit it! It made another one! No, it didn't. Oh, it did make another one. Yo, what up? Quit flicking rocks at me! Stop attacking him! Go after the big mean one! Hey, I leveled up. Ugh. No, you're next! Crazy rock man. And no, not Mega Man! Look how deep his belly button was. Ow! We're making more rock people! Is that a giant wasp attacking me? Ew! Ooh, no giant wasp. That's frenzied. Oh, it must be a hornet. Giant hornet. No, thank you. I missed a cave thing somewhere. Dang it. I realized I probably ran away from it without thinking. Royal jelly. That was a giant bee. Ugh. Ooh, level up. Let's give that a higher chance to occur because, yes. I want more cunning. But I want more health. I want to live. Woo, 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 woo. Oh my goodness.
See anything you like?
Clean. Okay. We got here. Do you have a weapon? No. We are using a stick and board style. still reduced a bit, but we do get more armor. Oh, it does energy regeneration. Oh, but it gives us elemental resist. Ooh, we're keeping that. That does 1 extra damage. Is that enough? No, because that does a percentage of health to, or damage to health. I like that. I like being able to
Well spent.
increase my survivability, because that's always nice. Yep, no, his dialogue refreshed again.
Safe
Did I not
storage.
talk to the guy? Why are you there? Blah!
Promise.
Ah, yes. Well, if it isn't my savior, I cannot thank you enough. Finally get to cook for people again. Here, have some soup. Could use some salt, but Captain Whiskey over there insists that it's for combat use only. Yes, we must season the floor so that the ghosts can't get us. What would you do, like, if it rains, are you gonna, like, hold a tarp over it? Because that's salt, man. Water is gonna make it run away. So is wind. Glad you sold it. Reputation. Come back anytime. Got a few stories to tell if you have an ear to listen. I'll take some soup. Whoops, see, look, it restores our constitution. Here you go, nice and hot. Eat up now. Don't want to offend me, do you? No. I like soup. Soup is tasty. How much do you know of the former warden? Rumors of Krieg's strange and violent behavior even reached my ears in the distant capital. When he failed to respond to multiple summons, an agent was dispatched from the capital to resolve the situation. I wonder who that agent was. Was it Inquisitor Krieg? Unfortunately, the Grim Dawn was unleashed before the man could reach Krieg. Oh, sorry, Inquisitor... Oh, what's his face? We have his logs. We can look at it. At least I assume that must be what happened. Was there another one? Click, click. Prior to the Grim Dawn, I served a meal to some gentlemen in the capital who were deep in conversation about a remarkable new method of travel using arcane gateways. I said it would allow the Emperor's armies stationed in the capital to appear almost instantly in the furthest of provinces. Imagine to what lengths the Emperor's general staff would go to procure such a decisive military advantage. You mean those Aether gates that go through the Aether or the blood dimensions? The gates might be able to be used both ways. Oh no. Stupid people. You know, hearing myself say it sounds very similar to the portal you used to rescue me from the camp. It's fine. Did I tell you this one already? I once had to deal with a particularly rude dignitary from the capital who had even slighted the Emperor and made a huge fuss about his food being bland. So I whipped him up some of the chef's special, filled with my strongest spices. Let's just say he ran out of there spilling from both ends. Oddly enough, I heard he died the next day. I hope it didn't have to do anything with the I hope it didn't have anything to do with the spices I used. You know, I would say maybe, but then again they insulted the Emperor, but then again... Ever consider a bowl of slith stew? No, don't. They may eat us, but it seems fair that we should eat them back, but I tried boiling one and it ruined a set of pots and ladles. Incidentally, I heard a strange tale that once the slith were created by humans. The story went to the Emperor's general staff wanted an army that could fight effectively in the southern swamps. Wow, is the Emperor just a war turd or something? Horrific human experimentation led to the creation of the reptilian humanoid, but they were uncontrollable. He escaped captivity and began to breed out in the wilds. I'm sure that's just a legend. Yeah, it's totally a legend. Keep saying welcome to the chat room. I'm guessing that the stream's pooping out quite frequently. It might be a reason why I'm getting hitches, but Grim Dawn does that even without a stream cell. But it might be causing hitches. I served more than a few men and women whose ambition and lust for power exceeded their good sense. There are limits to human achievement, and when we cross beyond our ability, it inevitably leads to calamity. Sorry, that's a bit heavy for mealtime conversation. What would I know? I am but a cook. What would I know? I am but a cook? Why is that a question? You know, I don't think you're a cook. How much of the former warden rumors of his... Okay, now he's looping. He has a lot to say. Oh, there we go. Now he said something else. I guess he's out now. Have you run into the Bloodsworn yet? The fanatical cult devoted to the supposed elder god Cthon? The cult, not the Gult, has existed forever. Some say since... Before my phone rang? Hello? That's the third time today that they've called me. Thank you for choosing Marriott. The thing that I've never chose before? The thing that you've been calling me for years about, and I have never once listened to your spiel? Is that what you're talking about? Stupid phone solution. I'm pretty sure it's not even the Marriott because he uses a different number every single time. So it's someone pretending to be X to get Y or whatever. I think changing the phone number of what's calling you and all that extra stuff, that's pretty hideously rude. Especially since the number is spoofed to look like this happened to me a couple times. It was spoofed to look like local businesses. I remember because I looked it up online, and it said, "Oh, the massage clinic that's literally about 3 blocks from where you live is calling you to say that you gotta stay in a hotel." Weird. I'm pretty sure that they don't handle that. I'm pretty sure that they handle massage and chiropractic. And it was chiropractic or chiropractic. It's like, no, I'm pretty inclined not to believe you, and I think that well, you're not very reputable, or not reputable. What's a good word to use? I don't like them very much. There, we can just say that. They're bad people, because then people report that as a spam number, right? Which just damages the company that actually uses that, or the person, instead of who is making those fake calls. It sucks. Anyway, the cult has existed forever. Some say since before recorded history. I always thought the myth of an elder god betrayed and gruesomely dismembered was too fantastical to be anything but the stuff of theater. Well, since the Grim Dawn, it seems the cult has a newfound power. Desperate men flock to swell the ranks. Yes, and they're actually summoning demons! Those are bad. Where'd you find this guy? He'd make soup out of a stone if you asked him to, and I reckon it would still taste damn fine. Rock soup, huh? Is it better than what you're serving? Oh, that's mean. We got a joker in our mix now, huh? Stone soup is a thing. You know why, but you'll make a soup and then you toss a rock into the pot. I can't remember what its significance is, but it was a thing. It wasn't you made soup out of rocks. You'd make a regular soup and then you'd throw a rock in there for good measure. It's like, why? That's a rock. You don't eat rocks. I mean, it has minerals, but I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it. wonder if eating dirt is actually a source of vitamins and minerals. I mean, technically, but I feel like it'd just make you sick instead. Oh, what was it? A long time ago, someone said a line of like, "Ah, yes, such and such is a good source of protein. So is eating flies," but you don't see me clambering towards the window. You know, flies get stuck on windows. I know. This will move us somewhere else. I swear I've missed a cave. There's supposed to be a cave somewhere nearby of something menacing and scary. And I'm pretty sure I lost track of it, and now it's bugging me. I've been through this section of the game a few times, so when I'm missing something, it extra bugs me because I'm supposed to know and I don't. It's a cave. Ah, there it is. I knew I missed it. This is a dangerous domain known as a smuggler's basin. And oh no! Why did they give it that? It. Yes, it. And I'm going to do this for no particular reason. Because that is there. Jutworm the Man-Eater! He has a skull above his head because he's dangerous! No, really, he's actually very dangerous. There's a reason why I'm using ranged weapons. Pow, 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 pow. I believe he has an attack that actually does percent health damage. That's not it. Actually, let's kind of... I should make a portal, by the way. And run away from the portal, so if he kicks my ass, I can just respawn and then go like, ah! He did that to me. Ow. How dare you slow down my attack rate. Ow! See, he has a lot of stuns and also, ow! Excuse me, pardon me, thank you, drive through. Ow! It still hit me! You can also throw a net, by the way. Like that. Get popped. Pow, 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 pow. I haven't built optimally or whatever, so if you do have a melee character, you could probably just beat him. But you'd have an optimal build. I don't build completely optimally. I just don't. Because usually I have too much of a desire to do dalliances and sleeping. Oh yeah! Since he's a boss creature, he's actually resistant to a lot of things. The biggest one is life reduction. Ow. So if you have an ability that reduces health by percentage, I think it's reduced to... Oh gosh. I think its effectiveness is reduced by... I want to say about 99.8% or something. No. It's really harsh, but I can't remember exactly how big it is. Which makes sense because you wouldn't want to drop a boss by like 40% of their health with a single shot. It makes some builds like super broken. And since it regenerates, it takes forever! Ah! But the game does bosses on tiers, or tiers of creature. Ah! So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something. I don't know what level this guy's on. It's probably like, I want to say 5, maybe 6 or something. Or does it go up to 7? Anyway, the higher the tier is, the more resistance it gets to various effects, including stuns and all kinds of things. I wish what it did for the player is if you've been stunned like 3 times in a row, the next stun doesn't work on you because, ugh. This guy has lots of stuns. Well, he has 2. But he also has a, ow! He also has a debuff. I believe, ow! Every ability that he's using is actually one that you can get. The net, definitely. The shout, that's a soldier ability. I don't know what that red melee attack is, but that, I believe, that he just used, I think that's Blade Armor. And that is another soldier ability. Which is really cool. And yay, it looks better! Plus, this guy's 5 levels above us, so... It could be... Oh! It could be why he's also kicking our butt. And why it'll take a bit. Ow! He does have a monster infrequent. It used to be a blue item. I think it was a Bloodletters medallion. Ow! I ran right into his freaking claw sword thing. Ow! It's hard for me to tell because I'm monitoring the stream right now on a different PC, but it's not maximized. It's not big. So I can't tell if it's blurry or not. I do know in games like Stalker, it does get quite blurry because it uses it doesn't use a very diverse color palette. So when you move around, it makes the what do they call it? Encoder go kind of haywire. So it looks like you're running through green-brown mashed potatoes. But thank you, by the way. I like my streams not to be blurry, if I can help it. I actually put a lot of work into making videos look good. It's the reason why I actually have to use 2 video editors for some things, because one does one thing that the other doesn't, and the final context of it makes it look pretty. I could just uploaded the raw files, but then I wouldn't be able to, well, cut out things that are boring and do all kinds of other things that just improve the quality. And what results in, the funny thing is, OBS will put out a good-looking file. It'll be about 233 megabytes. After I'm done editing it and making it look nice, it becomes about 2 gigs. So then I have to upload it to YouTube and take much more time. But the result is, it looks nice and it's been trimmed properly. Which results in it just taking a lot of time, both to upload and to edit and all that stuff. It's one of the reasons why when it fails or there's a problem that I just can't fix, it's very, very hard for me. Well, the ones that made me quit YouTube for a while, at least going along hiatus, is going through all this work. I had to compress or what's the term? Render the footage like 3 times, which took all day. And when I finally got it up to YouTube, when it finally compressed properly without desyncing and doing all this stuff and being manually adjusted and all that stuff, YouTube desynced it. I had about like 2 seconds of audio desync after I'd fixed it and checked the raw file, and I just had it at that point. Ugh. The funny thing is, about a few days after that, I checked it again to point out the problem, and the audio desync was gone. Which, of course, very much bugged me. But I was also happy that it kind of fixed itself. Are we done shooting you yet? Now, here's another thing that I haven't gone into, or haven't gotten into. Regions will have scaling to them. Ow! Ah, no. Oh. Oh, we did get it. It's a blue item again? You see, this is actually an infrequent. But, well, it doesn't do the infrequent thing. That's so weird. I swear he has an infrequent that's basically this. It's a green item, not a blue. And, maybe they changed it back, because this is what he used to drop at the very least. I genuinely do not remember. But I'm keeping this. Bleeding damage is great. Oh, it also enhances physical damage. And internal trauma. Ooh, that is very nasty. Laceration is obviously a soldier ability. I can't remember what Circle of Slaughter is. I think that might be a Nightblade ability. Because I don't think it's a Shaman one. And since it's not lit up, it doesn't mean that it's one of the two that we have. I'm pointing at it like you can see my finger. The one on the bottom that's not lit up. The Laceration is lit up even though we don't have it as a skill. Let's see here. Oop. But, I swear he had an infrequent. Because remember he dropped a green item when I killed. He didn't create a boss orb either. I don't know why, he just doesn't. Even though he is a boss. I'm kind of curious of what like the developer commentary would be for that specific creature. Oh yeah, leveled areas. This area is a leveled area. So up until a certain point, that dude will always be 5 levels above you. Like he can go up to say like level 30 or whatever. So if you're level 5, he's level 10, or he's like level 15 if he has a minimum level. And all the way up until X, he will be 5 levels above you. Once you hit a certain point, of course, that changes. Now, there's something that throws that out of the window, I believe, and that is New Game Plus, essentially. Playing on a higher difficulty, because then stuff scales to your level all the time, I think. I haven't played much of it, because most of the time I end up going through the beginning, like, ooh, what's this and what's that? And before I can complete the game and go to a new difficulty, usually I go, I want to try another build, and then I go off and do that. So really, I've probably only completed the game, like, twice. But I've played it a lot. The problem is I won't be starting new characters over and over again on stream unless people ask me to, like, oh, what's this build gonna look like, or what's that build look like? And I'm like, I would love to show you. Because this is basically theory crafting the game. You have your equipment, duh. You have your attribute points. Then you also have class 1 and class 2, and then you have your devotions. And amongst your equipment, you have relics and all kinds of things like that, and you have accessories that you can put on your items. There's so many layers with which you can build your character. And I love that because it feels like you have a lot of freedom. There are so many things that you can toy with. It feels expansive, and I like that. Isn't just, you know, get bigger generic weapon that does X. It's like, oh no, if I do something weird, oh. There we go. Why does that explosion slow everything down? That's a no. Oh no, that's just a hit. I thought their deaths inflicted a bunch of debuffs. Quit it. No. It's down here. I notice it says those things are Aether Corruption. I wonder if they're actually not ethereal then, because the crystals are called ethereal. Shell fungus. Could you imagine having these bone-back things living under your house? Good lord, that'd be so terrible. He's doing yard work or something, all that. Oh, and there's like a foot-long, like, spike or whatever lodged in your thigh. Or ankle or calf. Calf, that's what I was talking about. Goodness, that'd be so bad. Ugh. I feel like everyone that lived where those things would potentially pop up underneath your house would have a shotgun. So when they hear noises underneath their house, it's blah, blah, blah. They just freaking coat the bottom of it with buckshot. They don't even look. They just freaking fire until they hear noises. Or the noises stop. Ugh. And again, if you had spiders the size that they are in this game, yeah. Lots and lots of shotguns. Or, I don't know, assault rifles. Something unpleasant that would make them go dead. Maybe dynamite. I feel like I think he was getting in the way. Ow! Oh no, it's an icy one. Shield power. Why do you have an icy swirly that slows down my attack speed? Why do so many people do that? It slows down movement, it slows down cast and attack. I don't like it. Oh no, it's this dude. Keep forgetting of those guys. That's why I have retaliation. Can't be slower. Alright. No. I don't like ups. It's mean. Well, that is a good pair of pants. I don't. Actually, that is a good pair of pants. I'll take them. Randomly hungry again. Okay. So we've been at this, or I've been at this for about 2 hours. That seems like a good amount of time. Also, we've made it to Burwich proper. We made it all the way up there-ish. Or it was like right in here. And then we'll continue next week.
I'll give you a good
On Wednesday.
price of
Hopefully.
what's left.
Unless I feel sick or I have paperwork to do or some BS. Life goes. Light radius. Elemental resistance. Skill cooldown. I don't really use that. Better helmet. I have goggles now. You will not be able to shoot grit into my eyes.
Put it to good use. I'll give you a good price of what I've got left.
Not the food, mind you. Just, like dirt and stuff. No, the food is grits, not grit.
Have you found a rift gate in Burwich? What's the situation out there?
Swarming with ethereal corruption, but the rift gate's secure. Oh, will he be talking like that now?
Good work.
This is a
While
thing
you
in
were
front of his
gone,
face.
I dug through some of the files in this office, and I think we have our target. As you are acutely aware, ethereals can possess humans and bend them to their will.
Yay.
I always had my suspicions, but now I have little doubt.
A
The
super
former
direct
warden of this prison is possessed. Well before the Grim Dawn, in fact. There have been countless holes in the prison records, prisoners just disappearing, never to be seen again. The warden's personal logs paint a more complete picture. He's been transferring prisoners into a secret facility underneath his mansion in Burwich Village for years. What for, I don't know, but I'm sure it wasn't for rehabilitation. There are also several mentions of ethereals and rift gates. I need you to find this man, or whatever he has become.
Well, you know the ethereals can make the dead rise, so maybe he was bringing people underneath there or whatever, making them dead, and then making them undead people so they could assault or cause problems. Wait. Would an ethereal want to inhabit a corpse, or would they want to inhabit a living person? I don't know.
Warden Krieg owned a mansion in the northern district of Burwich Village. The logs indicate that his facilities can be reached via the cellar. I'm afraid I don't have more to go on, but if we want to strike back at the ethereal power structure in the region, the Warden is our prime target.
Well, yeah, because he's talking about portals and stuff and getting bodies for who knows what. It's pretty obvious to me. I mean, you don't have anything else. By the way, once you reach respected, they give you mini missions. I think I've already mentioned this. And yeah, you can get more reputation and get up to a certain point to get X or Y.
I'll keep you safe.
Now, do I have one of these? I don't. Is this a metal? It is a metal. It goes in the metal slot. A metal goes in the metal slot. Anyway, yes. That looks like a good place to stop it. I've been sinking into my seat because my posture is atrocious. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're staying safe out there. You're able to enjoy spring. You're having a good noon, night, morning, evening, twilight thing. And yeah. Ta-da. Goodbye.